What's going on, Taurus? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading for September 2022. So in this reading, Taurus, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy, some things you do not see coming, and also get some advice from your angels and spirit guides regarding September 2022. Before we begin this reading though, Taurus, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading, and I really do appreciate you in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, Taurus, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. That would also be greatly appreciated over here, Taurus. So without further ado, let's go ahead and pull the energy and see what wants to come through for you for September 2022. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Taurus. All right, Taurus, let's lay out the cards and see what we got going on here for you. All right, Taurus, very interesting energy. The first thing that's coming through very strongly is a lot of what you're going to be doing in September is activating one of your superpowers, one of your virtues, one of your gifts, one of your cities in this particular incarnation because you're a Taurus, which is patience, okay? There's something here about a movement towards patience and you finding your salvation in some sort of long-term crafty building mechanism that is not a quick fix, that is not going from person to person or place to place and, not analyzing your beliefs and just being like there's an end to just going with the flow of life, and you're gonna dig your feet in, you're gonna hunker down and be like, this is what I'm creating. And it's not the fact that you're gonna find so much enjoyment in September in thinking up something and being like, well, this is what we're going to do. This can be something creative. It can be a creative project for some of you. For others of you, it's going to be creating some sort of physical place to live or an exact lifestyle of what you want, and you getting very excited about the prospect of having that manifest because you're very sick of people who I feel like you've been wasting your time with, or there's some sort of realization that wow, I know what makes me happy. Why have I been slipping into these weird things? Now, in your opportunity, you have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is pulling your energy back. It's asking yourself, what's worth fighting for? That's the question you get. What's worth fighting for? It's always some sort of long-term vision, if you ask me. And you may have to block some people out. You see how the person is kind of defending themselves? I feel like there's people who are going to want your energy, who are going to be very confused as to a change that you make in September when you're going for this long-term vision. There may be people that you simply need to cut off. There may be activities that you need to stop doing in order to create this long-term vision for yourself, okay? But I'm getting a very excited feeling. We're going to clarify it in a moment. Then we have the Six of Pentacles here in your challenge, okay? So the Six of Pentacles here in your challenge is all about, the even give and receiving. You see how the person is kind of feeding one person is not being fed. So I do sense there's this lack of balance in your life. You're going to have to be honest about whether you're the one creating that or someone else. It's always good to take responsibility, extreme ownership for things in your life. There could also be this feeling of you not recognizing a gift that's being given to you in the present moment in September, okay? Because this is about gift giving. So we're going to have to clarify that in a moment as well. But here's the thing. In your overall general energy, Taurus, you have the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Pentacles, and you also have the Chariot here in your overall general energy. So there is some sort of slow, steady movement that you're going to be taking to increase your abundance in the physical world. I feel like for a lot of you, this is going to sound cliche, but half of you don't even do it. It starts with a vision. It starts with becoming obsessed with a vision, creating it so clearly in your mind that it overpowers what you're seeing in your outside reality. There's something to do with that. There's also a movement towards like, you are divinely protected to move towards a long-term vision. The Chariot is just like, let's get it going. At the same time, you're very grounded with whatever it is that you want to create here. The Queen of Pentacles, resources coming to you. There's something about the idea of resourcefulness, knowing that if you go with the flow, if you go where the universe is guiding you to go, there's always going to be resources available to you, spontaneity, as you go on this path. But there's something about creating a vision and being satisfied with that. I mean, like, if you have nothing, or if you're like finding yourself somewhere where it's not satisfactory, stop paying attention to the external world. You want to be so clear about whatever it is that you would like to create. It's going to take a while to create this. And there's a realization in September that that's the best possible thing anyway. You know, so I don't know why that's coming through, but there's some sort of grounded new opportunity. There could be a switch in career for some of you, something like that. But here's the thing. There also is a relationship that's meant for you that you have not been in yet. In what you don't see coming, you have the Ace of Cups, so you have the Ace of Swords, and you also have the Four of Pentacles here. I feel like there's a new vision, like you romanticize this vision for yourself and you just get going, but it's movement towards stability. I'm telling you, September, it's looking like it might not be flashy, but it's going to be flashy in a very new way because you're activating your highest virtue, which is patience. I know a lot of you are struggling with this theme of patience, but it's kind of, for some reason, it's coming through. We're going to have to clarify what it's about. I just feel like you're pulling your energy back from things that give you short-term pleasure, and you're sacrificing short-term pleasure for long-term success, and you're getting very excited about that. That's at least the opportunity here. And then here we have in the advice from your spirit guides, we have the Judgment card, we have the Magician, and we also have the Page of Pentacles. So the Judgment card, you know, what have you learned about your life based on your experiences that you no longer like, and what changes do you want to make? Definitely the Magician is all about using thought to create your reality, understanding that, or not even thoughts, but beliefs, using unseen forces to spiritually conjure something that then will reflect an external reality. Because that's always what it is anyway, right? So there's something about becoming obsessed with a vision and doing whatever it takes. The Page of Pentacles here is kind of like, the advice is to get going on a journey. Like you have the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. So there is a succession here that can naturally happen. But first it might require you to basically, I'm not getting like it's like a humbling yourself in like some sort of crazy way, but there is like an idea of like you being honest with yourself and admitting to a really deep truth. As well, why the Seven of Wands is here in your opportunity. The thing that you're being defensive about in your life is probably the very thing that you need to be honest and authentic about. So something I ask myself on a daily basis is like, if people come at me or like, whenever I get defensive in my life, I'm asking myself, why am I getting defensive? What's triggering me? Is there a truth? That's the difference between me and a lot of other people, is that I'm hungry to destroy my worldview if I can replace it with one that's more optimal, right? So I don't know, there's something about that. Now let's go ahead and get into this reading, Taurus, and let's clarify why the Seven of Wands is here in your opportunity, okay? You may have to be defensive. You may have to cut people off that are just, you know, they're not leading to a long-term thing. It's just short-term. So why is the Seven of Wands here for you, Taurus, in your opportunity? One more. Why is the Seven of Wands here for you? The Seven of Wands is clarified by the Page of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, and also the Nine of Swords here. So yeah, there's a decision for you to block some sort of immature love out of your life that's not really leading you somewhere long term. Okay, I'm just getting you're dealing with someone that you may be having sex with someone a lot. Not all of you, obviously, but it's just like they're sucking you in, and you've invested a lot into this person, so it's hard for you to invest into something new, but it's causing you a lot of pain here. You have the 9 of Swords here, sleepless nights, a lot of mental pain here. So I feel like you're pulling your energy back from something that you've been investing in because you realize like it's just more painful to stay here. There's something about a flippy floppy lifestyle that you're letting go of. Hold on, Taurus. We have, and yeah, so this is popping out when we're still on your opportunity, the 4 of Pentacles. The 4 of Pentacles is also in what you don't see coming. So there's an energy here of you, once again, it sounds mundane, committing to a long-term vision and letting that be your source of happiness, a dream, being a visionary, but being like patience. So there's something to be said about that, Taurus. So let's continue here and let's clarify why the Knight of Pentacles is here in your overall general energy, because I do feel like this is kind of the energy that you're embodying. Like no more like wasting time, but a lot of you are going to have to look at your belief systems because there's an idea of being patient as wasting your time. Like, well, why am I going to be patient just so something may or may not manifest? That's why the Magician is here in your advice. I mean, like, you have to get seriously clear on what it is that you want to create. That's the first step towards manifestation, getting clear on the end goal, not necessarily how it's going to manifest, but what is the end goal. That's the phase that you're in right now. So why is the Knight of Pentacles here in your overall general energy, Taurus? The Knight of Pentacles is clarified by the 7 of Swords, the 3 of Cups, and also the Temperance card in your overall general energy. So yeah, I definitely feel like you're moving away from like a sketchy lifestyle. Not that it's actually sketchy, burning off impurities in terms of relationships which are just fun, but are actually like, I don't know if you have like a friend group or you're dating someone, or even people if you already have like a structure around you, that like you feel like they're not really going to help you create your long-term vision. And so instead of having fun with these people, I'm getting that you start to view it as like a sketchy energy. And there's always that RAS flip, that selective focus flip that can happen when we return to something that we've been doing. It's like, you can be like dating someone and it's like great because you're focused on their positive qualities. Then one day it's like the flip happens where you start to focus on their negative qualities, how they're taking away from something. So there's something about just getting on the straight and like, I'm sorry, like that this reading, like I'm sensing like it might be a little bit boring, but that's the whole point of September for you. It's like finding something spectacular in the mundane, because that's always how it is. There's infinite depth to anything in this reality, right? So just be aware of that, Taurus. Let's go ahead and see why the Ace of Swords is here in what you don't see coming. Why is the Ace of Swords here in what you don't see coming? Okay. We have... Sorry, I keep going all the way over here. We have the 9 of Cups, the Magician, the 5 of Swords, the 6 of Wands, and also the Emperor here. So yeah, there's seriously something about a new vision that you're trying to manifest here that comes to you. Okay, a long-term vision that comes to you here in September. It could be about manifesting an Emperor here. For a lot of you ladies who are more feminine, I definitely feel like you're looking for a more quality partner than the ones that you've been dealing with, or you're looking for stability. You're looking to build a kingdom, and there's advice to just get this going. Just put one foot in front of the other, because there's something about like the universe will honor you, Taurus, when it comes to the idea of mastering the skill of patience. So let's continue going now. Let's go ahead and clarify why the Judgment card is here in your advice from your spirit guides. Okay, why is the Judgment card here? And just get going with the Page of Pentacles here. Like, put one foot in front of the other. Be willing to do the dirty work. Sometimes doing the dirty work is creating a very powerful thought structure. You know, like the dirty work of manifestation is like, you cannot make up you cannot make up with action what you lack in thought. That's what people don't understand. So it's like build a whole kingdom. Even if in September, the process of creating patience is getting so obsessed with a vision that it takes over your subconscious mind. That's when you'll just find a solution to whatever you're going through. So just don't be afraid of the idea of obsession. You know, people have the idea that obsession is a bad thing. Meanwhile, because we're in this murky dimension down here, it's like you need to become obsessed to create a momentum, because everything's trying to steal your attention in this dimension. So why is the Judgment card here for you, Taurus, in your advice from your spirit guides? The Judgment card is clarified by the Two of Wands, the Four of Cups, and also the Judgment card again. So yeah, you're definitely disconnecting from the idea of some sort of vision that you've been on that's just been kind of like keeping you satisfied in the immediate short term. Definitely pulling your sights away from some sort of lover and starting to think about, how can I manifest my Emperor? Or if you happen to be more masculine, how can I manifest my Empress? And some sort of long-term security. Like, I'm just getting a vision of like a castle, like you being in this secure place that's like, this is what it is, like this is what I want. Now, that vision that's coming to me is not going to be literal. It's some sort of idea. It's some sort of stability that you're looking for. I just get like there's an end here to going from place to place, from person to person, from idea to idea. It's all about sticking to one thing and milking that cow. So that's what I got for you here, Taurus. I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and I hope you have a great September. Good luck. This is the Autistic Mystic. Peace.